Welcome to today's deep dive. Today we're exploring the trickle-up effect of economic pressure, connecting the dots from, a bizarre local theft, all the way up to a $12 billion global market scramble.
It's really about what happens when cheap workarounds just disappear.
Right, it's like shifting tectonic plates. You feel the tremors first on the street, but eventually entire continents move. So imagine walking out of your dorm, you're ready for class, and you find your motorcycle propped up on blocks.
Oh, man.
Yeah, both wheels just gone. And the student this happened to, she didn't just file a police report. She posted a public plea, and it went viral because it highlights this brutal reality. I mean, people aren't stealing for a joyride.
No, they're stripping parts just to survive.
Exactly. It's a severe cash crunch.
And that image of the stripped motorcycle is, it's a perfect microcosm for the data we're looking at today. We are exploring what happens when liquidity just evaporates at the base of an economy.
You definitely see that cash crunch spreading instantly to institutions we usually think of as like rock solid, private schools, for example.
Yeah, you'd assume they have deep pockets or steady tuition streams. But right now, over 60 private schools have closed. Just this year alone.
Wait, 60 already?
Already. And the survey data, which is still incomplete, by the way, shows unpaid tuition has hit roughly 2.1 billion baht.
Wow, 2.1 billion.
Yeah, parents are just completely tapped out. And what's really telling is the reaction of the school owners. The heirs to these institutions, they aren't restructuring or, taking out loans to weather the storm.
What are they doing then?
They're just liquidating.
Yeah.
They are selling the land the schools sit on because the raw real estate has immediate tangible value. Running a school in this economy is just a losing battle.
But hold on, let me play devil's advocate here. We always view schools as untouchable businesses, but, birth rates are dropping everywhere, right? Are we sure this 2.1 billion baht shortfall isn't just because there are fewer kids to pay tuition?
Well, the demographic shift is definitely a long-term factor.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cause a sudden multi-billion baht spike in unpaid bills from currently enrolled students.
Ah, I see.
Right? This is an acute liquidity crisis. Families who could afford tuition a year ago suddenly cannot. It is so severe that there's a desperate policy proposal on the table for a government-backed fund.
To bail them out?
Sort of. The idea is to let parents pay off tuition debt in installments. So effectively having the government buy the school's bad debt just to keep the doors open.
So the government might have to step in because the cheap, easy flow of money is gone. And that sudden loss of easy workarounds connects this local crisis perfectly to the global scale.
Yeah, but the carbon market.
Right. While local schools are begging for basic cash flow, massive corporations are facing an entirely new financial squeeze. The cost of doing business has fundamentally changed for them.
If you look at the 2026 World Bank report, average carbon prices have nearly doubled. They jumped from $10 to almost $21 per ton.
That's a massive leap.
It is. And 47 countries, plus the EU, now legally mandate carbon pricing.
Which explains why corporations are suddenly dropping $12 billion in forward contracts. Just to be clear for everyone, a forward contract is basically a corporation locking in a price today to buy carbon credits in the future, right?
Exactly. Because they are terrified the price is going to keep exploding.
Yeah.
They are panic buying. Because 2026 is officially the high-integrity era for carbon markets.
Yeah.
And here is where we get to the mechanism of why the market is panicking.
Okay.
For years, a corporation could offset its emissions by buying incredibly cheap renewable energy credits. You pay a few cents, a wind farm somewhere gets the money, and you claim you're carbon neutral.
But the sources say those renewable energy credits have crashed to just $1.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, nature-based credits, like verified forestry projects, are surging between $7 and $14. It's like real estate. Renewable energy credits are suddenly a cheap, outdated house, while verified forestry credits are prime beachfront property. Everyone wants the premium standard. But why the sudden split?
It comes down to additionality. Basically, proof that your money actually removed carbon that wouldn't have been removed otherwise. Wind and solar, they are highly profitable on their own now.
Oh, I see.
Right. So if a corporation buys a renewable energy credit, regulators are saying, well, that wind farm was going to be built anyway. Your credit didn't reduce any new carbon.
So the cheap workaround is dead.
Completely dead.
Yeah.
But a forestry credit, planting and maintaining a forest for decades, requires constant funding, and it offers transparent, internationally verified impact. The market is demanding proof now, so the price of verifiable impact is skyrocketing.
Okay, so the underlying mechanism here is the end of the easy out. Whether it's a family discovering they can't float their lifestyle on credit anymore, or a multinational realizing they can't buy worthless $1 win credits to hide their emissions, the system is demanding actual, verifiable payment.
Exactly. When the cheap options disappear, everyone is forced into the premium market simultaneously. It's a brutal repricing of reality.
Which leaves you with a really fascinating dynamic to watch. As premium standards, whether that is a globally verified carbon credit or a seat at a solvent private school, become drastically more expensive, what happens to the assets that don't make the cut?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Right. If nobody wants the $1 carbon credit and nobody can afford the local school, we are looking at a massive pile of stranded assets. And you have to wonder, who gets left holding the bag in the bargain bin economy when the market finally decides those assets are worth zero? Definitely something to think about. We'll catch you next time.